Well, good morning and welcome. Let's have a look behind the door today, see what's going on in my room. As you can see, we've tidied up a little bit on these shelves. My dear wife Alison has been tidying some stuff up, giving me a little bit of room. I think she says I'm allowed to have this side of the shelves, which is quite kind of her. Today, what I'm going to do, hopefully, is show you how I go from one of these to one of these. I'm going to show you the process of flashing, putting the software onto one of these ESP32s, to how to configure it, how to get it mining on a mining site, to produce one of these lucky miners. I'll even show you how I print the cases. Okay, well that's the plan today anyway. So we're going to go from one of these to one of them. Hopefully, I'm going to show you how it's done. I'll catch you again in a minute. Well, here we are again, sat back downstairs in front of my PC downstairs. Just had a lovely cup of coffee. This part will make a bit of sense later on in this part of the video. So I've got my computer here, and I've got my C cable, USB-C cable, plugged into my computer, USB. I've got my ESP32 chip ready to program. It'll just be a case of plugging it in, and I'll carry on showing you the software side of it. Just saves me from cutting forward and back when I'm explaining what to do with the software. You'll understand what I'm actually doing. Okay, I'll be back with you in a second. Well, here we are now, back downstairs on the computer like I just showed via the phone footage. Let me just get out of there. This is the web page I go to. This has got the installer software built into this GitHub. I will try and leave all these links into the description when I finish the video. So basically all we're going down to, this is the easiest way I've found to do it anyway. You've got the flash firmware. So you go to this site, which I'm pointing to now. And that brings up like online sort of flashing software. You go down to choose which ESP you're using, and mine is the VROM or WROM, and then you click flash. So what I'm going to do now is I'm connecting that lead I showed just a minute ago into my C port and my USB, and I see up here on the left hand side it comes up with paired with COM4. So I'm connecting with COMS4 like so. So now what I need to do is I'm looking at it from the C end of my ESP32, from the C port end, I press the right hand button and hold that down for a few seconds and let go, and now it's flashing the ESP32. Don't even see it all there, but that's sending the information, basically convert this ESP32 into a lucky miner. Takes a little while, but we'll watch the process go through. And this is all you need to do to basically convert it. Put the piece of software you need onto the EEPROM or whatever it's called, onto ESP32, and then we can, well, then I'll show you how to configure it all up to run on the Lucky Miner website. That's going through now. Is that 77%, 80%? What I'll do, I'll probably show you what it's doing here, because once it's actually programmed, I will then plug it into a normal power supply or normal USB outlet just to give it some power. See, that's done now, so it's done and it's complete. So that's done, so we can close this bit of software off, and I'll show you back again with the ESP in hand on the phone. Okay, thanks for that bit. Well, if you can see after that last process, so it's actually put the software now onto the ESP. You notice now it's got a red and a blue LED lit. All it's done now, I'm just plugged into a normal USB power socket, and on the PC I'm running on my Wi-Fi now, not the network, just the Wi-Fi card from the back of my PC. I've put in
the IP address of the ESP32, which is 192.168.4.1, and it brings up this little GUI. This little GUI now is to actually program the nerd miner, and I don't know if I can show you. Hopefully I'll be able to record this on the capture software on a computer. Might look a bit better, but that's the process I'm going to do now. Just input some information into this GUI, which will then program this wirelessly. Okay, back in a moment.
Well, here we are back downstairs, as you know, and we've got the actual software up now on the computer, which I showed just a minute ago, hopefully. We're going to configure the ESP now to run and mine on a Bitcoin. So as you see here, I'm going to just use my guest there. Put the password. So you put in the password, the pool you stay the same, port you stay the same, Bitcoin address. Basically, you put in your Bitcoin wallet address there. I will go back in there. I've got a copy of it somewhere. It's in here. Copy. Back to here. So that's my Bitcoin wallet address. You can put a full stop and a username. So I'll show you what this means later on. I'll put TEST1. So that's the username. Time zone, I always put +0 because it's Greenwich Mean Time, and then you save it. So now that's going to flash the information to the ESP32. So it should be configuring ESP32 now. And what I'll do, I'll show you on the ESP32 what the difference is. It's trying, there you go. It's programmed it now. And if I show you what the ESP32 is doing now, you see it now. It's flashing blue lights rather rapidly, so that means it's hashing away. So little packets of information will be sent to this via the interwebs. It's trying to convert that information and solve the puzzle. And if it does solve the puzzle, which one day would be absolutely a miracle, but that would entitle me to one block of the Bitcoin chain, which have roughly about 3 Bitcoin. And I think at the moment, one Bitcoin is about £80,000. We get 3 times that. It's a fair bit of money for something that you could make for less than £10. Anyway, we'll take this back upstairs and show you the next procedure, and then I'll show you what's going on the actual Bitcoin mining site. Okay, back upstairs in a minute.
Just to show you now, obviously the blue light's blinking a lot faster now, and the red and the blue light's blinking faster. Is now be mining on the public pool IO. All right, that's that. Off we go again. I'll speak to you again upstairs.
Well, just to actually show you while I'm still downstairs, this is the port that the ESP was directed to, which is public pool IO, which I showed you just a minute ago when I installed it. These are all my little lucky miners mining away, relatively different speeds, but some like 134 kilohash to like 46 kilo, all different ups and downs. But this is the one we just created. As you saw, I put test as a worker name or a username. That's showing me it's been up and running now for like 4.3 minutes. There you go, it's running at 115 kilohash. So this, if I think it's probably million to one. It might actually solve one of the Bitcoin blocks. But if it does, it does. If it doesn't, it's a bit of fun. Like I say, it's like buying a lottery ticket every 10 minutes. You might win, you might not. At the price of £10, it's only run by 2-3 volts for a USB. But like I say, I'll take you back upstairs now and show you the rest of the procedure. Possibly even how I make the cases and my little sets of miner stuff upstairs. Back up there in a minute.
Well, back upstairs again in my little room. As you can tell, my LED lights are shining nice and bright. Just put my 3D printer on. As you know, my Anycubic Cobra 3. Got that one warming up now. I got the Ace Pro warming up. It's kind of heat up my filament because I haven't used it for probably about a week, I don't think. So this is what we're trying to do. Obviously, these are the ones I've already made. I made this into like a little bit of a rig setup. All I've done, as you can see, I cut the pins off the back of the board so I can fit 10 into this little hub. It's only powered off a normal USB power, so nothing sophisticated there. But what we're going to do, I'm going to print one of these cases so I can show you how the cases are printed. Let's take one out, it shouldn't hurt. That's what a case will look like. Get the lid off. It's hard to do this one-handed, but like I say, I'll print one of these cases and put it into a case like this here. So just finish it off, makes it look like a bit of a quite nice smart product. What I do need to get is some more of these converters. It's USB-C to normal USB. But what you can do, as what I have done in the past, is I just use normal cables. If you're not going to plug it into like a hub of any description, just plug it into a cable and plug it where you like. So that's what I'm doing now, just heating up my computer, put on a printer case. I'll just put a little bit of footage of the case being printed so you get the whole idea of what's been going on. Also, there's another bit of equipment down here which I'll explain to you about another day. That is my Antminer S9, but not very, what can I say? I bought 4 in a package that were faulty. Several hash boards were faulty, some were working fine. So what I've done, I've just got one hash board working in this case, so it's not drawing too much power. So literally just running off one hash board. I'm still getting about between 4.5 and 5 terahash. I'll explain all that another day, but that might be my next video. But this will end the video now by completing this project. I'll 3D print a case. You've seen it working on the actual site, hashing away. We'll go from there. But yeah, that's what I've been doing, making these. I think they're rather smart, to be honest with you. Hope you like them too. If you need any advice or you give me any advice, please let me know in the comments below. But next you'll see me print a case, fit the ESP we just made. Oh, it's actually there actually. Fit this one into the case and I'll show it all working up on this rig. Alright. Next you'll see the 3D printer working. come back when that is done a bit more. As you can see, that's got about 14 minutes to go. Doesn't take long to print the cases. Sometimes I'll print like 4 or 5 at a time. Thought I'd just do a nice purple one there. Right, I'll leave that doing. That's all you need to see on there. I'll show you a finished product when it's all put together. That should be in about 14 minutes. Okay, see you in a bit. Well, my Anycubic app software just told me this is done. I'll just pop these off the heat bed. I'm going to show you this here. I've got the miner here that we just made. There. All you do, it's hard to do this one-handed. Just pop that in there like so. Get wrapped around there. Like so. Put the lid on, and that's it. That's rocking and rolling. Well, hopefully get us 300,000 or just under. As you can see, you can. I've just got that one plugged into a power bank. Just coming off a power bank. But there you go. That's how you make an ESP32 Lucky Miner or Nerd Miner from start to finish. As I say, the next video might be a little bit more information about my ant miner, but that's a different league as well. Then, like I say, this is about about 40 to 100 kilohash, and that's about 4.55 terahash. But all good fun. I will see you again on the next project. Thanks again for following along. Like I say, any information you need, please ask, or any information you give me, please let me know in the comments below. Bye for now.